Hi everyone. So today let's talk about the importance of yoga. What is yoga? Why is it needed? So when you are in a state of wonder, you know, the Vismayo Bhumika happens, then you get into yoga. Also, when you realize that there is misery in this world, that is when yoga also happens. Now, yoga is an anushasana. Why? Because you move away from your swabhava. Now, anything which is the swabhava has shasana or the discipline. For example, the water flows. So, the swabhava of water is to flow. The fire burns. So, the swabhava of the fire is to burn. The mind spreads. So, the swabhava of the mind is to spread. So what happens? Let's take an example that if the swabhava or the nature of fire is to burn, right? Now, if such happens, there are chances that you may get hurt. Now, what does yoga teaches you is to learn to work with fire. Hmm. Now, when you learn to work with fire, there a skill arises in you. So, yoga helps you enhance the skill in performing an activity. So, it is said yoga karmasu kaushalam. It it improves your yogyata. So, anybody who wants to be a yogi should have the yogyata to become a yogi, and the one who has the yogyata can become the yogi automatically. What does that mean? It means that the practice of yoga helps you to enhance the ability in your own self, the yogyata in your own self. What is the other thing that yoga does is yoga helps you to keep equanimity in what? In the good and the bad times of life. So when yoga happens, good and bad times, the mind doesn't waver too much. It's called samatvam yoga uchyate. Hmm? Now, as a seeker of yoga, you could be somebody who wants to end the misery, right? Nobody wants to be miserious and have problems in life. So if you have to get out of a problem, you come onto the path of yoga. If you are somebody who is a jigyasu, or somebody who is a enthusiast who wants to learn new things, then also you come onto this path of yoga. And somebody who wants to know the higher truth, the truth about self, even that being or that seeker also comes onto the path of yoga. Now, what happens in yoga? So, there are two things. One is the seer, and the other is the scenery. So, what does yoga do? Is it takes you from the scenery and makes you abide in the seer. For example, if the people who are watching this video just become aware that you're watching through your eyes, but there is something that is beyond this eyes, which is your mind. And then you probe a little further and you say, hey, this is not just the mind, it is the intellect. Hmm? And then you go a little beyond and you realize, hey, it is not even the intellect. So then you realize it is the self. Now, what is this self? In this self, all the scenery is occurring. Hmm? So the yoga helps you to abide in the sense of this seer. Why? Because the scenery is changing. Hmm? It is changing every day, every moment, in fact. But the seer is sthira, or it is not subject to change. And hence, in this seer lies tremendous possibilities. Hmm? All the solutions of whatever happens in your life lies with the seer. And when you abide in this seer, that is the moment you get most of the answers to all the problems that one faces in their life. Now, if the mind is not with the um, this year, it is said vritti swarupya itarate. So the moments the mind is not abiding in the seer, it is with the scenery. Now it is very beautifully explained by Patanjali that in villages of India, people watch a movie with so much of enthusiasm, and they are so absorbed in the movie that even if the you love the hero, you don't like the villain, a lot of time people throw chappals at the villain and they tear off the theater, and so you're so engrossed with the scenery or the movie that is going on. And so if there is a happy scene, you're happy. If it's a sad scene, you're sad. So that happens when you are with the scenery. But what happens when you are in yoga is when you're abiding in the source of the truth that is constant, that doesn't change, and that is a pure witness to everything that is happening in your life. You are in the state of yoga. Hmm? Uh, so we start off with the first chapter, Patanjali, that said Atha. Now that you are in the sense of wonder, you are in the say, you understand that there is misery in life, isn't it? So now let us start this knowledge of yoga. Atha Yoga Anushasanam. Hmm? We will see more about this in our coming episodes, Patanjali Yoga Sutras. Jai Gurudev.